city of brotherly love, home of the Liberty Bell, Rocky, the cheesesteak, and of course, Philadelphia Big Five basketball. Rivalries that start in youth are often renewed on the court in the Big Five. And tonight, as the eyes of the Temple Hall of Fame look down, we'll have the LaSalle Explorers facing the Owls of Temple on ESPN's NCAA basketball. Hello once again, everyone. John Saunders along with Jim Valvano. When you talk about the Explorers and the Owls, you talk about history of college basketball, especially recently, the last 5 years, two of the most successful programs in all of the country. But a pivotal game tonight.
John, if they want to keep that success going, somebody's got to get a W here, because we're talking about Temple. That's been to 7 NCAAs in the last 9 years, and LaSalle's been to 5 postseason tournaments. But you don't want to catch another L here. Otherwise, you got to win your conference tournament to go to the NCAA.
We talked about the history of both these teams, and the coaches like to use a little history when they're coaching as well.
John, I've been talking for 2 years about that line, that three-point line, which says you can't play zone, you must play man. Well, you're going to see tonight 2-3 and a 1-3-1 zone matchup, because both clubs do it, and that means there's going to be a premium on the shot from the perimeter. And Jack Hurd from LaSalle ranks 10th in the country in three-point shot, but for Temple, Vic Karstafen, you see he's shooting 27%, but partly because he hurt his shooting hand, I believe in the game against Rutgers. So if he can't shoot it from the three-point shot, it could be a long night for Temple against the zone.
Yeah, 5 for 30 since hurting that hand, but they need the win in a big way. They ended a 3-game losing streak just over the weekend by beating St. Joe's. So stay with us. We'll get back with your starting lineups in just a moment as we return to McGonigal Hall in Philadelphia on the campus of Temple University.
Looking for storage space, residential or commercial storage? Then look to the professionals at U-Storage Village in Allentown and Bethlehem. U-Storage Village features more than 1,500 units, 7-day-a-week access, well-lighted and well-maintained grounds, 12 different sized units, short and long-term leases, plus an on-site resident manager.
All you have to do to get a free gift is tell the manager you saw this ad on TV.
The 92 Mercury Grand Marquis, the quietest, roomiest Grand Marquis ever, featuring the most advanced V8 engine in its class for greater power, greater fuel efficiency, all for a greater ride. See why it could be the best value in the large car market.
All this in the quality of a Mercury.
Welcome back, everyone, to McGonigal Hall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. John Saunders along with Jim Valvano. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. We'll start with the visiting LaSalle Explorers. Of course, we highlight Randy Woods, who is third in the nation in scoring.
Johnny told me before the guy said, "Are you ready, Randy?" He said, "I was born ready, I wake up ready, and I walk out the door ready." I said, "I guess you're ready."
Appears as if Randy Woods is ready to go. He's been ready every game. And Speedy Morris, the coach of LaSalle, one of the quickest guys to 100 victories in the history of college basketball. Done a tremendous job. Let's take a look at the Temple Owls now and their starting lineup. Mick Kilgore is the guy we'll highlight, the senior. A tremendous scorer. He can go inside and outside.
That's why he's such a versatile player, and he has to play well, I think, for Temple to be effective.
And John Chaney, the coach here. The team is 7-5 this year. For the last 10 years, the Owls are 5th in winning percentage, and he is the 3rd active coach in terms of winning percentage. John Chaney, very intense gentleman, Jim.
Well, we had him work, I believe we read, he had a brief workout, an 8-hour workout, I think. It started on Tuesday, we carried over to Wednesday or so, but...
Likes to practice at 6 in the morning. And at McGonigal Hall, Temple is just about unbeatable. Take a look, over 90% in the 23-year history. You might expect more games, but of course they play other places in Philadelphia, like the Spectrum as well. 2 losses this season. Versus LaSalle, though, 1 win and 2 losses.
But I looked around the gym, and there isn't a guy named Simmons here. The L train's not here, and so that might be a little bit more difficult to catch a W in this building.
It will be noisy here in McGonigal, and we're just about ready to tip it off. Temple controls, and the point guard, Vic Karstafen, will start things.
And as I said, there it is. It's a throwback. We're looking at the zone.
Immediately to the zone for LaSalle. John Chaney, though, Jim, will still try and penetrate on that zone.
He will try to go inside. John believes you win the game inside out, first, and that's what they'll look for, and there it is.
Frazier Johnson off the glass and scores the first 2 of the game.
That's how you diagram it, John. You want to go inside first, and Frazier Johnson just banked it very nicely.
Saved by Holland.
And we see a matchup zone here. Now, what a matchup means as opposed to a normal zone is all it does, you try to guard people man-to-man rather than in an area. When a guy goes through, you let him go and someone else picks him up.
Jack Hurd, who can nail that shot, we talked about in the opening, but misses the first.
And a streak shooter, he is. So when he hits one, he can get hot, he misses, it takes a while to get going.
Around the perimeter, Mick Kilgore from outside. That one's short. Levers has it on the rebound after a few knocks around.
A key, John, against the matchup. A normal zone defense, you can be effective by having just ball movement. Against the matchup, since it's more like man-to-man, you need ball movement and people movement, and you must drive.
Victor Karstafen, we talked about his shooting problems in the opening with the bad wrist, and he misses there. Neubauer for 3. Can't knock it down. Both teams cold to start.
And very impatient. Not like a John Chaney team. I mean, he'll be up screaming soon. I mean, he likes to work the ball around and be patient. Got to go back inside. It worked well first time. Got to go back to it until they stop you.
There's the lob across, and Strickland knocks it down. Holland from outside, and he nails that one just inside the three-point line.
That time they had matchup problems, Temple did, and wound up with a wide-open shot full of sack.
Johnson bounces it back out to McKee. Kilgore to the baseline in a corner, lobs it out, but Strickland couldn't come up with it. And quickly Woods is away. Pass on the other side. Neubauer can't get it to go. Strickland with his man on his back outside. Kilgore was open momentarily. Works his way free, and he is fouled by Holland, I believe.
One thing zones will do is really slow the pace of a game down. And when you're not hitting outside shots, and so far we haven't seen any of them go, it makes it even slower as teams will pack back and come out and just stick a hand up until you can finally knock one down.
Kilgore misses the free throw.
It's cold in Philly tonight.
It's cold in this gym tonight. It's freezing. Ooh. Can't get the roll. Comes up empty at the strike. Oh, my goodness.
He's ready, I told you. He said, I've had enough of this. Everybody's throwing him up. Mr. Bourne ready said, I'm sticking it up. He scored, what against Loyola? He had, I believe, like 47 points and 46 points.
Randy Woods, one of the leading scorers in the nation, and you can see he has the NBA range by knocking that down. Frazier Johnson after the rebound, it won't go. And Neubauer comes away with it. Jack Hurd for 3. Got it.
You really got to give a lot of credit to Woods. Twice down the court, he has found people. Last time, Neubauer for 3. You know, that time Hurd. He is unselfish. He found the open man and got him the basketball. Wide open at the top of the key.
McKee swings it over to Karstafen. Will not go. Johnson is right there for the rebound, but he travels. Temple scored the first 4 points of the game, but since then it's been all LaSalle. Back to Philly in a moment.
How can it be that an automobile, a mere 9 inches larger on the outside, gives you over 2 feet more room on the inside? Maybe it's the new map. The all-new 1992 Toyota Camry. We just couldn't leave well enough alone.
Have you ever had an instant party? It's easy and you don't need balloons. Just stop by Subway and order a sack of different subs. Take them home and slice them up and serve them family style. It's more fun because everyone gets a taste of everything. So if you need to feed 100 people on short notice, if unexpected guests drop by unexpectedly, or you just don't feel like cooking dinner tonight, pick up a sack of subs at Subway. We specialize in solving emergencies with food.
For more information on these and other fine sandwiches, visit the Subway near you.
Dan Larson knows a secluded course where the holes are challenging, but the fees aren't. Now, where do you suppose he'd rent a car? Budget, where every rental passes 25 quality checks and price is not a handicap. The smart money is on Budget. Now at Budget, get an economy car with unlimited mileage for just $99 a week, $24.99 each additional day. The smart money is on Budget.
Randy Ever-Ready Woods decides to take a three-pointer. Now, this is not a pro three-pointer. This is a volleyball line three-pointer. See it right there? This is known as a spike. Mr. Ever-Ready says, oh, enough of this. That's it. There's three. He's on. Watch out. Could be a big night for Randy Woods.
You can see with three-pointers like that why he's one of the leading scorers in the nation. He can knock them down from everywhere. Woods again from three and well beyond the stripe, rattles it in.
Oh, I told you, he feels it. I feel it for him.
And he's whistling back up the court.
You know what's nice about that, John? I've often mentioned that out of a timeout, you know, all the good coaches, and Speedy Morris is one, always has they have a set play. That was a set play against a zone. More times than not, you'll see it against a man-to-man. But they got a screen for him, which was a really nice play and a good call from Speedy Morris.
11-0 run now for the Explorers of LaSalle.
Temple has jump shot from the perimeter. They're there. You pass the ball right there. There it is. You're going to get it all night.
Karstafen again short with the three-pointer.
Oh, what a nice pass.
Neubauer dumps it back out to Hurd for three.
Wow. Basically, LaSalle has no inside game at all. Now, we saw a game last. Can you win a game from the perimeter? Last night, we sat there and watched NC State with Tommy Gugliotta knock down 8. Upset North Carolina. And here we're seeing the LaSalle team. No inside shots at all so far. All from volleyball range.
Well, none of the guys are very shy about it either. The lob inside again to Strickland. Karstafen with a nice pass.
Nothing to do about that. That's one of those great execution. You got no shot.
Woods dishes it off to Lieberst, and he converts.
What a 6 minutes Randy Woods has had.
Then the Owls working it around, looking to see if they can spring a man free inside the zone.
It's going to be tough until they get some perimeter shooting right there. You've got Kilgore, Karstafen. You're going to get that shot.
Kilgore around his man Hurd. The shot is short, and Lieberst hauls it down. Woods dribbles into traffic, then dumps it off for Hurd. Off the iron, a rebound to McKee.
There he is, Victor. Reluctant to shoot now, Temple. They're reluctant to shoot. Zone defense will be effective if you don't take the shot from the perimeter. Someone has to take it. John Chaney, Jim Maloney, someone for Temple is going to have to shoot it.
Take a look at the three-point field goals.
There it is.
Sal, 4 of them already.
You can't.
There's the Frazier Johnson. Turns around and hits the shot. Really not surprising to see LaSalle taking all the three-pointers. They are 3rd in the nation in three-pointers made per game.
Yeah, they attempt 25 three-pointers a game. Temple has been taking 18 per game.
Holland, nice fake, and then rolls it in.
Why leave your feet? Nothing personal. I didn't think he had to jump from that far away. Stay on the ground.
Johnson was open momentarily inside, but McKee didn't see him.
Victor Kostarfin is so wide open there.
McKee now. And we have an offensive foul underneath against Strickland, I believe, as he's banging away, trying to get free down low.
You got to feel for Kostarfin, because I remember last year, I had him several times. He can't take that shot. I mean, he's a good shooter. His hand certainly bothers, but it's wide open. He's becoming, as they say in the schoolyards, he's a self-check. And he's guarding himself right now. They don't have to be concerned with him. Someone has to take the perimeter shot.
Confidence is lost. Woods, nice move into the lane. Swings it up. Ooh, he's quick. LaSalle is up by 12. Brunson into the game. He's a freshman out of Salem, Mass. Strickland jump hook is short.
Here he comes.
Shaking and baking, swings it out to Hurd. No good. Kilgore with the long lob. Looking for Jones.
Hey, John, if Jack Hurd had hit a couple of those three-pointers, this would really been something, I'll tell you. LaSalle played very well.
LaSalle has come out as if fired out of a cannon. They're up 20-8.
It was just another Saturday afternoon until those old guys came out of the woods with axes. Just when we thought it couldn't get any weirder, it did. They even brought their own music.
Awesome! Hey, fellas, how about a cold bud? A bud?
Obviously, we thought alike.
Oh, that's cold. You could hitch a ride on a comet. You could body surf a landslide. You could hang glide from an eagle. You could book a flight on a lightning bolt. Or you could drive the 1992 Toyota 4x4 and get it all.
Forget the limits of ordinary basketball. You've entered the Nike flight dimension. Examine, if you will, Scottie Pippen, about to discover the power of his flight shoes in a time warp. And so, history gets a lesson in the flight dimension.
Son, you could make hundreds of dollars a year in professional basketball.
How to beat a zone? We talked about ball movement and people movement. It's really nice when the same guy does both. And here's Randy Woods splitting the seam. Oh, how nice. So far, he has been spectacular.
Everything advertised and more. Tremendous quickness and great range.
Getting out of a timeout now, and with an out-of-bounds play, a lot of times you'll see a set play. Looking for something in particular.
Tipped away by Randy Woods.
Maybe saying that name quite a bit tonight, John.
Yeah, I have that feeling. Again, the zone and swinging it around. Jones. On the other side, that's Brunson, the freshman. Rattles in and right back out. And Neubauer runs it down for LaSalle.
That's the first change. John Chaney bringing in Brunson to hit that jump shot. And he can. I saw him in warm-ups. He is a freshman, but he can fill that up. We see man-to-man defense now. Temper's going to try, and that's going to be tough to guard Woods in man-to-man.
Well, Lever thought Woods was cutting one way. He went the other way, and it goes out of bounds.
John Chaney must have a lot of confidence in Brunson because two things. On the offensive end, he's got to take the shot. And on the defensive end, he's guarding Randy Woods.
Ref
Brunson's telling you, give me the basketball. Don't be bouncing it everywhere.
Look at some more scores from around the country.
I always felt if you weren't shooting well, you wanted to get on track. The easiest place was the top of the key rather than that wing shot. But maybe put Brunson top of the key and swing the ball and see if he can get a shot there. It's a little bit easier.
LaSalle has gone cold. 4 for 14 from the field now. There's Woods. That one won't fall. But Holland follows. Crashes it off the glass. Foul though called against LaSalle.
Very nice double screen though. Freed Woods for that shot.
Ron Holland picks up his second foul of the game. So Wooten will come into the game. Blitz Wooten, number 31 for the Explorers.
See, Brunson would stay right at the top of the key. Swing the ball, and there he is. He's got to be ready to shoot right back. He's got to be ready to shoot it when he gets it. McKee wants to take it. It's a tough shot from the wing.
Jones is blocked by Blitz Wooten, but it's a foul.
Did you say Wolf Blitzer? Oh, Blitz Wooten. No.
They've got some of the great names for South.
Oh, and how about their recruits coming in next year? We're looking at some excellent names like Romaine Hayward.
Romaine Lettuce Hayward.
That's right. Turkwin Mott and Kareem Town.
Wow, Jones bangs in the free throw.
And a name from the past, Mike Melchione. Right, I believe the nephew, cousin, certainly related to Billy Melchione out of Bishop Eustace. There's an old name team here at LaSalle, I guarantee you that.
No question. Neubauer with a little pressure on him now, brings it across the timeline, then into the paint. And McKee reaching in is called for the foul.
And what nice job by Neubauer. And incidentally, last year he turned the ball over only 15 times. Oh yeah, so against that pressure, I mean that's terrific. And you can see how he handled it well. Doesn't have great speed and quickness, but he's intelligent. He also handles the ball. He's got a nice handle.
Oh, he'll let it go from everywhere.
I like that in a guy, I'll tell you.
Man on him. Far out.
And now Brunson's free on the wing. Somebody take the top of the key jumper. It's easier.
It's Jones from the corner. Again, no good. Brunson going after the rebound. Fouls Blitz Wooten. I want to remind everybody, Australian Open coverage continues on ESPN. Stefan Edberg against Wayne Ferreira, and Jim Courier will go against Richard Krachik. Krachik, though, defaults due to injury. We'll see Monica Seles and Mary Jo Fernandez as well. Woods is free, hangs in the air off the glass. Jones with a big rebound.
Really missed a wide open player down low that time in getting the ball to Woods.
Nobody seems to want to step up for them.
There's the guy who can do it.
Brunson's three-pointer, no good. Wooten with the rebound. Woods is free on the wing. Hurd into Wooten. Doesn't hit anything. Brunson trying to push it up before the zone can get set. McKilgore for three. Oh, nice job by Hurd to strip the ball, and then Jones commits the foul.
So frustrating for a coach. What are you going to do? I mean, they're wide open shots, and you're getting your feet set. Right here's an opportunistic defensive play.
Team sport. Paul Burke, number 23, checks into the LaSalle lineup.
It's been a big struggle thus far for Temple. 8-12 to go in the first half. They have 9 points.
They're going to try to do it with defense. They're picking up a little more pressure. See when they get defense. Now LaSalle runs an excellent 1-4 offense. Oh, Burke all the way. Oh! Put right around his neck.
Paul Burke. Temple is 0 for 11 from three-point range and 4 of 18 from the field. Brunson into the paint. And that's an offensive foul. Send it the other way. That's his second foul of the game.
Double fouls on number 4, Rick
22-9. The Explorers with the lead. Just under 8 to go in the half.
There. That house is what this house looked like before it was gutted by fire. And this house will look like that again, even if it costs more than anybody thought it would. Because State Farm was there with guaranteed replacement cost coverage.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
More value for your money. That's why State Farm insures more homes than anyone else. Come see me, Joe Brady, for your insurance needs.
800-USA-1234 to get 4 complimentary round-trip airline tickets to places like the Bahamas, Florida, Mexico, and Hawaii, and receive special hotel rates. For a limited time only, world-renowned Vacation Charters is test marketing in your area to show you how to save thousands of dollars on your vacation. That's right, 4 complimentary round-trip airline tickets at special hotel rates for Florida, the Bahamas, Mexico, and Hawaii. Call 1-800-USA-1234 to learn to save thousands on your vacations. Call today. There's no obligation to purchase anything.
You've trained all season long, but do you have what it takes for the Super Bowl Sunday Marathon? The pace is set with 25 years of Super Bowl memories from NFL Films. Then Chris Berman takes control for NFL Game Day live from Minneapolis. After the big game, the hard-hitting action continues on Top Rank Boxing. And at the finish line, Berman and company are back with a Super Bowl edition of ESPN SportsCenter. Can you survive the Super Bowl Sunday Marathon? Take on the challenge on ESPN.
Welcome back to McGonigal Hall in Philadelphia. John Saunders along with Jim Valvano. Jim, Temple has 1 point in the last 5 minutes and 5 seconds. They've missed their last 9 shots from the field. They're not getting it done. What do you do?
I think there's 2 options to have against the zone. Number 1 now is to drive against it. Swing the ball and then split a seam and then try to make a shot that's even closer inside the foul line, or go back to trying to just dump it inside and go for a power situation. Or third, John, take a shot from the top of the key. That's what I'd like to see once.
Or fourth, load up the bus.
Too soon. Too early for that. They'll be back. They're coming back.
Stripped by McKee. Last touch by LaSalle. So the Owls will reload.
Then try and do it with defense.
Temple guards have yet to hit a shot from the field.
So the ball comes back, you can drive from the top if you like.
McKee along the baseline. A blocking foul is called down there against Milko Levers. Levers out of Amsterdam, the Netherlands.
Foul fouls on number 44, Milko Levers. That's his first personal foul. Team's 4th.
Just the 4th team foul on LaSalle. Underneath, nice quick pass, and converting down there is number 23, Aaron McKee.
Hurd fell asleep that time as McKee just stepped right in front of him. And Speedy's letting him know it.
Stripped away by Strickland. Levers finally does come up with it. Kilgore on him quickly. Burke with a nice job of swinging the ball around. Back to Jack Hurd. 3-pointers no good. McKee from the corner. Blocked by Blitz Wooten. Karstafen for 3. Again, it just will not go. Levers on the break. From behind, McKee gets it. There was no push, apparently. McKee is open for 3. You got to give them credit, Jim. They're cold, but they keep putting them up.
You have to. Somebody's coaches tell me how to keep shooting.
Called a foul on Jones. He thought he had the clean strip of Hurd. Jones' second foul.
Double fouls on number 21, Eddie Jones. That's his second personal foul. Team 6th.
Sitting at the end of the LaSalle bench, Jim, we have...
yes.
Talk about this is your life for Bill Raftery back in the studio.
I hope Bill's watching. Father Breen, there he is. And before the game, he came over and said to me, would I please say hello to Bill? And I said, I certainly would. And then he just offered this, Bill. He said he taught you in English and theology. And I said, oh, how did Bill do? And he said, there was a Milky Way wrapper. You could put a Milky Way wrapper between both a pass and a flunk for Bill Raftery in those two courses. Bill, this is your life.
Well, Sal turns it over. Of course, Raftery played here for the Explorers. We didn't believe him, but we looked it up. He really did play. The turnover by LaSalle. Going inside to Strickland. He's bumped down there. Number 5 in the game for LaSalle is Utiki Colombo. The freshman out of Virginia, but actually lives in Zaire. McKee from the corner, no good. Hurd pulls it away. Wooten can't handle it, 3-on-1. Nice job by Woods to tip it away, but Strickland, reverse jam. And a charge is called on Woods. Offensive foul as he used the elbow, the official says. You get Prelude's man, his second, and a technical now is called.
That was coming from before. If you recall, when Woods, the ball went out of bounds early, and he didn't throw it right back to the official. Officials remember that. And in that particular case, I was watching it, when the ball did not go, he did not call a foul. Woods went to pass it to his teammate out of bounds, but he did hit the opponent with his elbow. The ref saw that, called it. The facial expression.
Maybe a few words, too, you think?
Few words. And that's the worst possible time. On the road, your possession. After a score, you get the 2 shots and possession.
Johnny Connick will shoot the technicals.
The way things are going, though, for Temple, 1 out of 2. You'd be very happy with it right now.
Temple just 2 of 6 from the line right now. There's a look at Randy Woods, obviously disgusted with the last few turns of events. Cost him 1 point and the ball, though. Temple on an 8-0 run right now. McKee along the baseline, free, and he gets fouled by Colombo.
Nice move, drive. You got to drive. Either go inside with the pass or penetrate the zone. That's what they're doing. And it's good, quick move on the baseline. There he goes. Quick move. Right by, got fouled there, and then got fouled again by Colombo, who I believe we saw coming into the arena with the raincoat, didn't we?
With a trench coat,
With
yes.
the trench coat.
Yes, he was.
A lot of great names.
Colombo is actually a cousin
of Dikembe Mutombo.
Of the Denver Nuggets, former Georgetown Hornet.
So when you introduce him, you say what? This is Utiki Colombo. Say hello to Dikembe Mutombo.
Just a 3-point game now. The Temple Owls have climbed right back into it.
And they've done it with defense, too. They've really stepped up defensively and caused LaSalle to turn it over.
Oh, underneath is Neubauer, wide open. Extended, and he was able to sneak in beneath the defense.
That was one of those switches where you don't call it, and 2 guys are guarding 1.
Johnny Connick steps up. Speedy thought he walked. Oh. Speedy's going nuts.
He wanted to travel there. And
swing it around for her. No good.
I think Speedy's right, too. I believe that was a travel.
He took 2 steps to the 3-point line before he let it go. Over the top. Strickland back out. Johnny Connick from the corner. Another 3-pointer. The Owls have the lead.
That's something just like that. But defense really, I think, has put their offense in a better rhythm.
What a spark for Connick. 7 quick points off the bench. Burke lets it go. That's short. Kilgore has the rebound. for 3, no good. But the Owls control the long rebound. Owls on a 16-2 run. Johnny Connick has been hot. 3 in a row.
John Chaney kept searching.
Speedy Morris wants the timeout. Johnny Connick with the 10 points off the bench, a 19-2 run, and a 4-point lead for the Owls.
This was me with dull gray hair. I looked washed up. Then I found a whole new way to make my gray look great.
Introducing a new kind of shampoo from the makers of Just for Men Hair Care called Great Looking Gray. Great Looking Gray does more than clean and condition. It gets rid of the dullness, even yellow buildup, brings out the real silver.
What a difference it makes.
New Great Looking Gray shampoo. And for stubborn yellow, new Great Looking Gray anti-yellow treatment.
Pardon me. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Every second of an asthma attack can feel like an eternity. That's why there's Primatene Mist. Primatene opens clogged breathing tubes in as fast as 15 seconds. Primatene Mist, the fastest type relief known.
Okay, let's do it.
It's fast moving, hard running, non-stop, and it's for rent. Mickey Rourke and Don Johnson bring home the action in Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, coming February 19th on video cassette and Laserdisc.
Here's what Speedy Morris was upset about. You'll see Johnny Connick catch the basketball, and when he catches it, right, it's hard to see, but right there he's established a pivot foot. So when he takes that one step right there, that is a travel, because he's picked his pivot foot up and put it down. That caused that three-pointer, and also that man, ooh, what a reaction he had.
Speedy was hot. Well, he should be. Just the same, Connick is as hot as you can get, knocking down the three-pointers and the 10 quick one off the bench, a 19-2 run. Neubauer trying to beat his man, Karstafen.
Woods has been very silent after a great start.
Nice dump down by Neubauer, but Hurd can't convert it. Crashing the boards, Hurd finally does get it.
Wooten made that, he kept the ball alive so Hurd could convert. Good aggressive play. And LaSalle has changed its defense to a man-to-man. And now Temple would have a real advantage inside. Look for them to go to a 3-2 set and get that ball inside.
Connick trying to move a little closer. He is fouled. Jeff Neubauer is whistled. Speedy on the officials again. He thought maybe there was a push-off on the way down.
We may see another technical on the LaSalle side.
That's his first personal foul. Team's 8th.
If you read lips, folks, turn your head for a while. We're into the bonus, a 1-1.
Johnny Connick at the line.
The man who's been the man of the hour right now for Temple is the guy at the line. Scored Temple's last 10 points. You see his averages. Just over 2 points a game.
Well, he comes from a school, produced a pretty good player here, Mark Macon.
Yep. Last touch to Macon and Saginaw. Temple turning up the defense again. Tipped away by Johnny Connick. Nice job by Neubauer to escape 2 Owls. It bounces it right into the hands of Vic Karstafen.
It's amazing how the defense really makes your offense.
McKee's three-pointer won't go.
Well, I know John would have liked him to set up and take advantage. They're finally seeing man-to-man what they would prefer to play against.
Heard from the top of the key is short. Kilgore has the rebound, and he's fouled on the way down by Wooten. I want to remind everybody, more college basketball coming your way on Saturday. Nice doubleheader. Clemson and Maryland out of the ACC. Then Georgia Tech from the ACC moves in to face Louisville out of the Metro Conference, who you saw earlier here tonight.
Mick Kilgore's on the line, only a 58% free throw.
Frazier Johnson, number 44, back into the for his first points of the game. Frazier Johnson comes into the game for Temple. Strickland will get a break. Ray Schultz is now in the game for LaSalle. Kilgore misses the free throw. Now we know why he's down in that 58% range. Connick's 12 points already, tying a career high. The foul on Karstafen as he thought he had stripped Neubauer.
You know, coaching, I love to watch the coaches work. John Cheney was struggling against that zone, so he had to take out the big guy, Frazier Johnson, try to get some shooters in. Brunson couldn't hit it. They couldn't get it down, and finally he found the right guy, John Connick. Now LaSalle goes back to man-to-man, bam, back in with Frazier Johnson. But you need your team to recognize that. So next time down, Temple should really set up their either high-low post offense or their 3-2 and get it right inside. They'll probably get an easy bucket or possibly a foul, which would put them on line for 2 shots.
Neubauer knocks them both down, gets it back to a 2-point game.
Let's see what LaSalle is playing defensively. Appear to be back to man, and you'd want to go right inside. Right inside. Trying to set up Kilgore with the height. There it is. Good recognition. And
is back.
Bingo. That's nice. You see, that's good coaching, and it's good recognition by your players, because they have to. Nice job.
And a good call by the guy sitting next to me, too. We're approaching the 1-minute mark now. Intense defense by the Temple Owls. Woods can't get a shot off, works free, loses the ball, but Johnny Connick is called for the foul. A little tap from behind.
And make no mistake about it, Temple's offense is a direct result of their defensive activity. They were really a little lethargic offensively until the defense picked up, and that loosened them up on offense. See, and now, Speedy Morris has a decision to make, John. Does he stay with that man? He knows he can't guard Temple down low, man-to-man. Does he go back to his zone?
Wood misses the front end. The Temple Owls, with under a minute to go.
It's going inside.
Shot clock is still on.
Oh, that's an offensive foul.
Tough shot by Kilgore. Connick throws it up. It rattles down and in. And Neubauer is whistled for the foul as well. A chance for a 3-point play.
Mick Kilgore got away with forcing something instead of just, and now Speedy's tie is on. First the jacket, then the tie. I mean, he got away with one. And even that play, when you talk about principle of verticality, but the play even before that, let's take a look here. Look at that. I don't know, that could go either way. Players allowed to jump straight up.
Connick with a career-high 15 now, coming off the bench.
Oh, what a terrific goal. Uh-oh, it's going to be close to 5.
Swung around for Wooten. The shot won't drop. Schultz trying to go after it. Woods gets it. Won't go for him either. And the Owls will have a chance to add to their 7-point lead. Kilgore at the other end. Woods tipped it out of bounds.
Uh-oh. And I'll tell you, Johnson hearing it from Coach Cheney.
Coming up at halftime, Chris Fowler and Bill Raftery, the Explorer himself. Highlights of Missouri, Notre Dame, Florida State, and Georgia Tech. And Bill Raftery will take a look at Villanova. McKee hanging in the air. Count it.
What a great move by McKee. That's twice he has scored. More and more teams play man-to-man out of bounds. Used to be zone. And what happens then is those individual matchups, when a guy steps one way and goes the other, watch that. You see him step one way, go the other, little head fake, hesitation. That's twice. When you can score 5 points from out of bounds place. His shirt's coming off next. That's it. The shirt's off next.
Speedy is doing a slow strip tease over on the sidelines now, and well, he should after watching his team's big lead disintegrate.
It's so hard to stay well-dressed when you coach. It's just difficult, John.
We showed that the other day in the studio. McKee goes to the line, a chance to push it to a 10-point lead. Karstafen backs off of Woods. Just now 5 seconds left in the half. Woods is going to have to get it off quickly to Colombo. Shot is no good. So as we head to the locker rooms, Temple outscoring LaSalle 29-6 in the last 8 minutes for a 10-point lead. Right now, let's take you back to the studio and join Chris Fowler and Bill Raftery. Gentlemen.
All right, John and Jim, we'll have to see if Speedy comes out in his boxer shorts. His team losing the strip poker game 38-28. At halftime, scores and highlights, Missouri and Notre Dame in a good one, and a near shocker involving a top 25 game. Bill and I'll be back right after this.
Forget the limits of ordinary basketball. You've entered the Nike flight dimension. Examine, if you will, Scottie Pippen, about to discover the power of his flight shoes in a time warp. And so, history gets a lesson in the flight dimension.
Son, you could make hundreds of dollars a year in professional basketball.
So I'm doing my sound check. Hello. And I hear this woman's voice.
Crunch that last chord. I'll show you.
She grabbed the guitar, and then she started rocking. No, I mean rocking.
You're pretty good. Not.
Someone that hot deserves something this cold. Suddenly, I remember this was a bud spot.
I like your style.
Gillette presents Sensor, the system, the technology that will change the way you shave forever. Sensor, twin blades set on springs to read your face and respond. Independent suspension to sense and adjust to every curve of your face. No other razor comes close. Gillette Sensor, for the best shave a man can get.
ESPN's NCAA basketball is brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers with that clean, crisp, cold taste. Nothing beats a Bud. And by Gillette and the revolutionary Gillette Sensor Shaving System. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Temple up 10 over LaSalle, thanks in part to Johnny Connick, the little-used junior guard. He was 2 for 8 from three-point land coming in tonight. He hits 3, and also the technical against Speedy was tough as he continues to throw clothes off.
He's losing clothes. We got the track in Philly soon, but there's a new nightcap in Philadelphia. It's called Threes with Connick.
Yes.
Some pretty good deep shooting.
Earlier it was LaSalle with the 3.
Yes, that's right. Jack Hurd initially, good cross-court passing, getting himself set up, and he can bang him, old number 25. And Randy Wood's another guy. And this one, as Jimmy said, deep enough to play volleyball. And Connick on fire, that Saginaw connection. Naked and Connick.
That 19-2 run Temple has. Old number 25, by the way, his old number. Did you shoot the 3s
Well,
like
we
that?
want her to play well so they can retire that number.
You had the set shot, not the 3. All right. Back to the scores and highlights. Now, Notre Dame finally returning home after that long road trip, taking on Missouri. The Irish, a game effort, but would it come up short? They'd struggled at the end of that road trip, wearing out. LaFonso Ellis, though, tough early. Mizzou passing, Anthony Peeler rejected by Ellis.
And when LaFonso Ellis vates, no one goes to the 10. He's after it again.
Elmer Bennett then for the Irish. The alley-oop to Ellis. He had 25 points tonight. Then Bennett again. Another nice feed inside. Ellis finishing the play. Irish led by as many as 10 of the first half as Rocket, who's back at school, looks on. Second half, though, Peeler gets hot. Baseline move, and he gets the roll. And great passing ability. Peeler finds Booker. Open in the lane for the easy layup. The Tigers won on an 18-7 run, Bill.
And then Peeler strong to the goal with the best of them. I've seen him do some damaging things. A little contact with Tower.
A little bit too quick for Keith Tower, who picked up his 4th foul in that play, and he had to leave the ball game, and Missouri went on to win it 77-68. They are 13-2. The Irish falling to 5-8, 28 points for Anthony Peeler. Oklahoma scored 130 tonight, beat Oral Roberts easily as Brett Price had 33 for the Sooners. ACC game in progress. Florida State been tough on the road. They'd won 3 road games in the conference alone. Take it on the Jackets, though, and that's a tough place to play against John Barry and company. First half, Barry nails the 3. He had 17 in the first half, did Rick's son. Then the steal from Bob Sura, and Barry staggers and stumbles and fumbles and goes down but dishes off right there to Hill for the layup, and Pat Kennedy watches a sloppy first half.
And this is not the best care of the ball by Florida State.
Charlie Ward there with a finish. What's the over-under on punts tonight? The other 3 there from Barry. Tech up 7 points at halftime, 62-55. That is still the lead with 11:25 to go, as Florida State's luck may be running out on the road in the ACC. What about UNC Charlotte? They had a close game against Duke on the road, lost the game in the letdown. They only beat Johnson C. Smith, a pretty good Division II program. They beat him by only 2 points in overtime. I know there's a letdown, but a Division II team?
Jeff Mullen running out of puns, baby, as well. Of course, you get sky high for Duke, and just like all teams, kids think, well, they can just tee it up against anybody, and they got caught.
Even against the Division II team. All right, Southern Miss taking on Louisville. That was game 1 of our doubleheader tonight. Southern Miss had to wonder which Louisville team would show up. The Cardinals have been very tough out of conference, but they've struggled in games in the Metro. Keith Legree, the newcomer for Louisville, the steal from Glenn Wisby, and then the layup.
And there is pressure, and there is pressure that is with steam. Great trap, and of course the completion here. And I think this is what got the game up to their tempo.
Golden Eagles, though, going to Spoon. Clarence Witherspoon showing the scouts his range with the deep 3.
And in or out, Chris, another pun, a spoonful is a lot. Pretty good down on the box.
Yeah, that's where his forte, down in close, and Spoon kept him close. But Louisville, better job of forcing the tempo in the second half. James Brewer finds Troy Smith with the J right there, and then Louisville attacking on the break.
Strong, forceful use of the basketball, the dribble, and of course the high kiss, something they needed.
And Louisville holds on for the 14-point victory. Southern Miss dropping to 1-7 on the road as the Cardinals improve their Metro record to just 2-2. They were 11-3 overall. They will take on Georgia Tech Saturday at Freedom Hall right here on ESPN. We've got more to come at halftime. Don't go away. Maryland Eastern Shore, would they get their first win tonight? No, they're still winless. 87-55. Howard wins. Back. LaSalle is down 10, but Randy Woods, one of the moves of the first half. Shaking and baking, laying it in. He's got to have more of that in the second half.
The 16th Olympic Winter Games have arrived, and in honor of them, the Kodak Commemorative Olympic Watch. Get yours with proofs of purchase from these Kodak products plus $350, which includes shipping and handling. Capture the spirit of the Olympic Games.
In pilot jargon, it's called a walk-around. You see them do it before every takeoff of every plane. What you don't see are their qualifications to fly those planes. It takes them years and thousands of hours of experience. And every year they're schooled and tested. No exceptions. Because when you're a United pilot, you hold a lot more in your hands than just the controls. Come fly the airline that's uniting the world. Come fly the friendly skies.
So, new jobs, new apartment, new neighbor.
Wait a second.
What?
Okay, let's say you're borrowing some sugar. Things start to get a little sweet. Then she notices,
She's got flakes?
Not her, you.
I shampoo every day.
Yeah? Obviously not with this.
Head and Shoulders. But you don't have dandruff.
Exactly.
Head and Shoulders, and new Head and Shoulders 2-in-1 with complete conditioners built in.
What you doing back there, Raphael?
Well, I'm cooking up breakfast.
A lot of things under $1.
Breakfast burritos.
Only 99 cents. How much is a sausage biscuit at McDonald's?
79 cents.
Are you sure?
Sausage.
What is a sausage biscuit?
It's a sausage on a biscuit.
That's why they call it a
Sausage biscuit.
Yeah, I got you.
They're
Okay.
fresh, they're hot, and they're only 79 cents.
How's McDonald's coffee?
Coffee's always first brewed. It's great. It smells great, wakes you up. It's always fresh. Come on down and see us.
Prices are great and the food's great, and you can't beat that.
Well, that was a commercial. How'd I do?
Welcome back. You know, a college basketball season is a long thing. There's plenty of time for ebbs and flows, upswings and downswings. It's tough to keep a team up all year. We're going to look at one team that's on an upswing, one team that's on a downswing. Nova.
I'm the expert on ebbing. Not flowing too well. Yeah, Rolly's club early on struggled, but I think you can attribute that to terrific schedule. And usually you can tell how the man emotes, whether things are going well. Nicely clad, spots on the white shirt, knowing the sauce was delightful. This, a big rebound by Bryson, and this made the rotund one rather happy. And, of course, the exuberance of success. And, I mean, they hung together, able to come back. And here's the other side of things.
Northwestern struggling. It's tough once you get into Big Ten.
Well, Bill Foster, I mean, he's done everything correct. I watched the Ohio State game. They're in it. It just drains you. And at Kansas, Walters, who could be with him, Baldwin, who's out. He's lost a couple of kids that are ineligible for this year, and it's awful tough to be in this game if you go in unarmed.
Well, there are no free passes in a lot of conferences, too. You get into the Big East,
How about
the Big
Big
Eight.
Ten,
Absolutely.
particularly for Bill Foster. Tough road.
We will come back with more at halftime in just a second, but as we go to break, check some more scores. A couple of directional teams, South Alabama and Western Kentucky. South Alabama by 12 on the road tonight.
If you have a Zenith converter, you and your family have the chance to win Service Electric Cable TV's free night at the movies. Simply watch Super News weeknights at 6:30 and 9 p.m. on Dial 2. When you see your name drawn, call our hotline before the end of the news, and you'll be able to watch Request 1 and 2 movies free the following night. For more information on Request 1 and 2 and Zenith converter installation, call 865-9100 for complete information.
High fashion, low price, fashion furniture for the good life. Rosen's has it, Rosen's is right.
It's Rosen's store-wide midwinter sale. Save 35% on selected Thomasville collection. Dial 1-800-43-ROSEN for free sale catalog. Rosen's Furniture, East Stroudsburg.
Rosen's is ready for you.
Big-time revenge on Big Monday. Connecticut demands payback from Villanova for their only loss of the season, and Oklahoma looks to avenge 3 straight defeats to Nebraska last year. Big Monday revenge, live on ESPN.
Ahead on SportsCenter, Magic's an all-star, but the controversy over his Olympic participation continues. The Irish home from a month-and-a-half road trip, and we'll look at the Kelly Rippon combo for Sunday. Bob Lee, Tom Mees after the game.
Let's check now some top 25 games just getting underway. UCLA trying to stay unbeaten at Cal, where they lost last year. UTEP, first place in the WAC, at San Diego State, a team they've dominated over the years. Good one, USC and Stanford. It's the best start for the Cardinals since 41-42. And Vegas in the top 25 now takes the 7-0 record in the conference against Fresno State. Program reminder, Australian Open, the men's semifinal. Stefan Edberg against Wayne Ferreira tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Jim Courier already in the final because Richard Krajicek withdrew. And then the women's final Friday at 9 p.m. More later.
Larry Bird was born to be a champion. He was destined for glory in the game he loved. Call this toll-free number now and get bird watching at its best in this amazing video, Larry Bird, a basketball legend. It's free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated, the best way to capture all the drama of sports. Through rare footage, you'll follow Larry from the basketball courts of Indiana to the hallowed halls of the Boston Garden. Be there when the championships are won. Share the glory, live the moments. Be there for the hard-fought and emotional duels with Larry's longtime friend and rival, Magic Johnson. Call now to subscribe or renew. Get your free video and 54 issues of SI, including the swimsuit issue for only $1.29 an issue. Save over 55% off the cover price. For quicker delivery, use your credit card. Don't miss this heartwarming tale of a boy who lived his dreams. It's the story of a legend. The legend lives in Sports Illustrated. Call now.
Have you ever had an instant party? It's easy and you don't need balloons. Just stop by Subway and order a sack of different subs. Take them home and slice them up and serve them family style. It's more fun because everyone gets a taste of everything. So if you need to feed 100 people on short notice, if unexpected guests drop by unexpectedly, or you just don't feel like cooking dinner tonight, pick up a sack of subs at Subway. We specialize in solving emergencies with food.
For more information on these and other fine sandwiches, visit the Subway near you.
A recent Department of Energy study reveals that most American homes are under-insulated. And that means you. To find out what's right for your home, call Owens Corning at 1-800-GET-PINK.
I'm a big man.
Why do so many men stick with Bic?
I'm a big man.
Because there's a Bic for every beard. Regular, sensitive, metal.
Yeah, I'm a big man.
I'm a big man.
ESPN's NCAA Basketball is brought to you by ESPN Home Video, producers and distributors of Super Slams, available at video and retail stores nationwide.
Want to update a score from the ACC. Florida State's off on a 15-0 run to lead Georgia Tech. We will keep you posted. Meanwhile, it was Temple using a big run to get a 10-point lead over LaSalle at halftime. Let's go back to John Saunders and Jim Valvano.
All right, Chris Fowler, thanks a lot, and welcome back to McGonigal Hall. As you see, the Temple Owls up by 10, 38-28. John Saunders and Jim Valvano here, and we want to go over the first half stats and take a look.
John, wait a second. Before you go over the stats, I just want to bring this up. You remember the bet that I made with Bill Cosby last year?
Yes, I do.
Which resulted in myself and Dick Vitale getting on the Cosby show. And we were going to have you on, but somehow it didn't work out. And well, we got a little tape that guys in the truck. Why don't you roll this for John? Kind of explain, what happened from the Cos.
What you doing here?
Not really, but I just want to say to Jim Sanders. John Sanders. The Canadian Sanders. He didn't make it. Let us keep your head down. John, we wish that you would have patience. Please don't cry. We wish that you would have patience. You're not on the show, but your spirit is with us the whole time.
Does he get a check?
Huh?
Does he get a check, though? Does he?
No, please don't mention money. You're talking to the wrong guy. John, we hope that you come back to us. Is he on solid food yet?
Well, he's really in trouble.
Because the fellas told me, John, that you were sick.
He's got stomach problems.
Stomach problems. Okay, and that's it. So now let's give the chair.
Wait a second now.
You had a tough week, John.
You told Bill Cosby that I was sick. You told me you hadn't taped the show yet.
No, it was Vitale said that. I was with you all the way, John. I wanted John.
You told me you'd tell me when you were going to do that thing. I can't believe it.
It's on in February, by the way. Folks, sometime in February.
Bill Cosby, of course, one of the most famous alums of here at Temple. Football player here in track. Let's take a look at the first half stats now and see exactly why the Temple Owls were able to go on that tremendous run.
Right there, bench scoring, and the bench scoring really should say Johnny Connick scoring because he had 15 points. He was playing 4 minutes a game, averaging 2.5, and he had 15. Look at it. There it is, Connick with 15, McKeaton, and Woods, who started out so great, John, really was held in check by a very tight man-to-man Temple defense.
Yeah, he was hitting the three-pointers from well beyond that zone, but once they went to the man-to-man, little trouble. Hurd quickly with a man in his face.
Oh, with good defense. Temple turned it around with the D.
And there finally, Randy Woods knocks in the three-pointer.
I'm not going to say it. He started out that way in the first half.
So much confidence.
Uses his screens well. I mean, LaSalle gets picks for him, but he uses them well. And he shoots quickly.
Over the top to Kilgore. He was bumped in the back, though. Jack Hurd is called for the foul.
And again, as we discussed, as soon as they go man-to-man, Temple goes right inside. Look at that young man. Bill Cosby, around 1962, looking pretty good.
As we mentioned, football player and track, good athlete. Still runs a little track from time to time.
Mostly to the bank, I think, is where he sprints nowadays.
McKee thinks about the shot, dishes it off quickly, though, or Kilgore does not shoot it.
See, LaSalle went back to his zone.
McKee from outside the zone cans a three-pointer.
Temple's playing with so much more confidence. You go zone now, they stick it outside. You go man, they go right inside. Tough decision now for Speedy Morris, what to play defensively.
Levers inside to Hurd. A nice block down there by Eddie Jones. On the run, McKee backs it back out a little, hangs in the air, won't go. Everyone goes tumbling to the earth. I hope no one was hurt in that mess.
Good decisions, though, in that particular transition game. You see McKee, who waited, he pulled himself back out so he didn't get a charge. And there's a scrum. 3 on the ball. John explaining exactly what took place there.
McKee is open. Drives along the baseline, up and in.
Really quick moves. McKee's really playing well. McKee and Connick are doing a terrific job for Temple.
Jack Hurd from long range won't go, crashing the boards. Levers keeps it alive, but finally Jones comes up with it. Stepping in, but called for the block is Hurd.
Foul fouls on number 25, Jack Hurd.
Boy,
that's his second personal foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call, John. If anything, I thought it might have been a traveling violation as opposed to a block. But when it's going bad for you, it goes bad.
Hurd did step in quickly. Perhaps that little lean at the end is what cost him. Foul away from the ball, and Hurd again quickly picks up his third.
And they're talking stuff.
The foul foul is on number 25, Jack Hurd. That's his third personal foul, team's third.
Little frustration.
There's a bump there. You'll see a bump, and they're pushing, and they're both pushing. And on the road, it goes against the darker jersey usually.
Outside, Vic Karstafen gets it going.
They're rolling now. I mean, it really on the verge right now, LaSalle. See, the problem LaSalle has is they have no inside game, which they talk about. Everything's got to be from the perimeter.
Woods drives in, dishes it off to Levers. Shot is short, but Strickland or Kilgore with the foul.
I talked with assistant coach Joe Mahalik before the game of LaSalle. He said that's really their real problem is if Hurd and Woods are not getting it done outside, they don't get enough points, you know, around in the blocks and in the paint, and it's tough over 40 minutes. And Temple, you got to give them credit. They've really exploited and took their time and were, you know, like a boxer, you know, waited and didn't grow impatient.
Levers with the high bounce, but off the iron and to the floor. Temple's lead is at 14.
And LaSalle having to make that tough choice. They've gone back man. So now you can look for Temple to go inside. There's Kilgore.
Swinging around to Kilgore, who's open but doesn't shoot. Little one-on-one move going nowhere. Starford tries for the lob to Strickland, but the whistle is fouled offensive before the release of the ball, away from the ball.
I mean, you could have, it's a battle. I mean, right now, Kilgore and Hurd just every time down the court. It's one of the things about basketball. We're always trying to clean up that inside of the lane stuff. And it's supposed to be a game of finesse and quickness.
Stolen away by McKee. Intentional foul on Neubauer.
I thought he was in the schoolyard. Grabbed his pants. Grabbed his shorts. You do that on the blacktop. You grab the shorts. I feel he's fouled there. Right? Feels like he's fouled. So he retaliates. Right there, you can't quite see it, but he grabbed the shorts. But his hand was slapped.
No question, with his third, he goes to the bench, gets a word from the coach. There's no question he was fouled to lose the ball in the first place. But like you say, you're in the other team's home gym. both in 2 and the ball.
It's going to be a long 17 minutes right now for the Explorers. John Chaney's always teaching, always talking. You got to go to one of his practices at 6 in the morning. He brings you coffee and some donuts.
I didn't even know there were 2 6 o'clocks, Jim. McKee in the paint, hits the jumper, and he has 19.
Basket number 23, Aaron McKee.
Foul again as Woods was trying to work his way free. Karstafen holding him.
I heard Dick Vitale the other night talking about this, and he's so right. There's too much talking on the court. Player to each other, talking to the refs. I mean, it's not just play the game. There's so much. And right now we're bordering on, I mean, you could have a fight here between, Kilgore and Hurt. They're going after each other.
Nice block there by Strickland. Kilgore going one-on-one with Hurd. Bangs on top of him, won't go. Jones crashing the boards. Kilgore gets it back. Again, no good. Jones from the other side.
Too much. Temple's got too much outside and inside right now.
20-point lead for the Owls.
Remember, they were winning this out 22-9.
Offensive foul as Woods lowers the shoulder on Karstafen. He has 3.
Defense has really done it for Temple. They're doing a terrific job defensively. Here it is right there. Boom. Lower that shoulder. Man has position.
And now the crowd is getting on Randy Woods. Kilgore into the lane.
Making it look easy now.
Number 24, Nick Kilgore.
Burke swings it to Woods. Tipped away from behind. Owls come up with the basketball. Karstafen at the other end. Nice job by Burke to get back on defense. Underneath, then Wooten puts it in, and he's fouled.
Nice job by Burke. He hustled, got the steal, made the pass. That's nice to see. Good job. Here's the nice head fake, the look down low, gets it in the foul.
Team's 4th. Dikiki Colombo, number 5, back into the Salle lineup.
Wooten with a chance for the 3-point play. Gets the lead back under 20, but the Temple Owls are having their way right now with Speedy Morris's LaSalle Explorers.
Is sitting in section 1.
Shine a light on you, shine a light on me. Your one light shining for everyone to see.
When you're looking good, you want Bud Light. The clean, fresh, tasty, won't fill you up and never let you down.
You can taste it, you can feel it. You know you got it right. 'Cause everything else is just a light. Keep your one light shining. Everything else is just a light. You gotta shine on. Everything else is just a light.
Dan Larson knows a secluded course where the holes are challenging, but the fees aren't. Now, where do you suppose he'd rent a car? Budget, where every rental passes 25 quality checks and price is not a handicap. The smart money is on Budget. Now at Budget, get an economy car with unlimited mileage for just $99 a week, $24.99 each additional day. The smart money is on Budget.
If I want to keep playing baseball, I'm going to have to keep working. There's no off season anymore. And when I get sore, I take Advil. To last, you stick with what works.
Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
At BASF, we help make carpet more colorful, more durable, more valuable for your home team. At BASF, we don't make the carpet, we make it better.
Welcome back, everyone, to McGonigal Temple with the big 19-point lead. 45-13. They've outscored LaSalle since the 8-minute mark of the first half. John Chaney, the intense one.
John Chaney's ranks 3rd behind Tark and Dean Smith in winning percentage, and he is intense. There's an oft-told story here at Temple. John has a lot of rules and regulations. One is on a bus ride, nobody talks. Nobody when they go to the game. Well, the players always hear that. In one bus ride, the college president, Temple's president, rode on the bus. The kids told him, don't say a word. Well, just so happened the bus burst into flame, and no one would say a word. And they got off the bus all joking. And, yeah, that's discipline.
That is. When you smoke inhalation. Wooten up quickly. They call a foul on Burke, though. Take a look at some more scores now. Florida State, Pat Kennedy, your old assistant, winning at Georgia Tech. What a job in his first year in the ACC.
He's saying this is a piece of cake. Home, away, any place. Was that game at Tech?
At Georgia Tech.
He's already won at Wake, at North Carolina. I told him it's impossible to win on the road. He can't win on the road. He never listened to me when he was my assistant.
He's trying to figure out what you were talking about all these years.
What is this guy talking about? The roads are easy. What a great job he's done.
Jones pushes the lead back to 21. Bangs it in, Randy Woods once again.
He certainly can shoot it. Now they're going to go to the press. They decided with about 15 minutes, see if we can get back in this thing with pressure.
Woods on Kilgore.
Nice job by Temple. Got the ball in the middle of the floor. Brought it back out. They'll run their offense.
McKee down into the blocks. Jones turns around and won't go. Levers on the foul as he goes over the back of Brunson.
Saying some things in, I guess it's Dutch, isn't it? I believe.
Yes. It's all the same no matter what language it is.
I have no idea what he was saying. And now Temple's throwing the press on. It's one of the problems. Another problem the Sal's had is really lack of a true point guard.
Burke brings it up. Colombo lets it fly and shows some range. From the corner, Eddie Jones, no good. Burke with the rebound. 1 and out. McKee almost strips it away. The ball will still belong to LaSalle.
What Temple has to be careful is when you have that big lead, and they got it easy, is to get away from what got you there, which was really recognizing what LaSalle's defense was and then taking advantage of it.
Woods was free underneath, but they couldn't get it to him. Brunson lets it go. No good. Rebound to Wooten.
Oh, my goodness gracious. That was from the TV booth here.
Woods rattles it in and out, showing once again he'll put it up from anywhere. He gets off the bus shooting.
He never met a jump shot he didn't like. There's no question about that.
Nice job by Burke to strip it free. Takes it in for the layup.
John Chaney might. You know, you don't like to call the timeouts, but you might think, let's get back to what we were doing. Against the, if it's man, we've got to go inside. It's zone, something else. A little pressure. Beat the press, then get settled. Look over there. They got the man underneath. They got a mismatch down low.
Strickland on the baseline, quickly trapped, finds Brunson. What was a 21-point Temple lead is now down to 13.
But now they're doing properly, slowing it down. Trying to get a good shot this time, and there it is.
Brunson hangs, but can't get it to go, and Levers has the rebound.
Can't ask for anything better than that. It was a layup. May go up here.
Woods flying through the lane, reaching in. a couple of the Temple Owls.
Double foul for number 21, Eddie Jones.
Eddie Jones is the one who was called for the foul. Victor Karstafen. Jones for his third. Woods goes to the line.
You know, John, I want to take a moment as we look at Speedy Morris there to wish his brother Dave, who just got out of the hospital. He had heart surgery, and I know that Speedy and his son, who's on the team, and his other son, who's the manager, came over and said, would you please say get well to Uncle Dave? So we'd like to do that.
Absolutely.
Get well soon.
Nice to see him back out of the hospital. Woods gets 1 of 2. Kilgore working on Levers into the lane and kind of bumps him, but Levers can't believe he was called for the foul. He says, I just had my hands up. He's the one who knocked me, but called for the block.
Number 44, Levers.
I'd like to follow up a little bit on that story because Brian Morris, who is, you know, Speedy's son, as a manager, came up and he said, and so did his other son. They both told me that, you know, there's this inner city rivalry. By the same token, that when Speedy himself became ill, went to the hospital, that John Chaney came back from a game which they lost, immediately got off the plane and called the family, called some of the players, and just was so concerned. And they thought that that's something they'll never forget, the concern of another coach for their dad. It's really kind of a nice story.
It really was. A lot of crashing of the boards there. That's right. Speedy Morris, 2 days after his brother had to go to the hospital for his heart trouble, Speedy started having chest pains himself. Turned out it was not a heart problem. Ball bounces off Burke and out of bounds. And the Temple Owls will have possession with a 13-point lead. Kilgore trying to work on Colombo into the paint, stripped nicely by Woods. Karstafen is back on defense, but Woods rolls it in.
A little bit too much. In my opinion, Temple's been going down to Kilgore every time. You know, getting away from their 3-2 offense and getting everybody involved. And Kilgore is a terrific player. He's done a good job, but sometimes when you just keep trying to go at it, you're a little stubborn. And a couple of times you get nothing. Down the trip, come empty trips down the court. See, again, they're going down to Kilgore. It's like every time. And LaSalle's been a pretty good job of double teaming. See that? Making it tough for him. Another steal.
Burke comes up with it. They can get this one under double digits. Levers gets it up and in, and he's fouled.
I said it, you know, you got to get away from just going to the same guy. Even though it's worked a few times, that's 2 trips in a row. Turnovers, you didn't get a shot. And now you look up and it's a 9-point ball game. I mean, this is good. This is really nice concentration and hanging on. And I wonder what he said in Dutch after that. I mean, it was a little different, I think.
For Jones, his 4th foul as well. .21 to go in this game. Temple had led by 21. They want a timeout now as it's down to a 9-point lead for the Owls. We'll get back to Philly in a minute.
Larry Bird was born to be a champion. He was destined for glory in the game he loved. Call this toll-free number now and get bird watching at its best. In this amazing video, Larry Bird, a basketball legend. It's free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated, the best way to capture all the drama of sports. Through rare footage, you'll follow Larry from the basketball courts of Indiana to the hallowed halls of the Boston Garden. Be there when the championships are won. Share the glory, live the moments. Be there for the hard-fought and emotional duels with Larry's longtime friend and rival, Magic Johnson. Call now to subscribe or renew. Get your free video and 54 issues of SI, including the swimsuit issue for only $1.29 an issue. Save over 55% off the cover price. For quicker delivery, use your credit card. Don't miss this heartwarming tale of a boy who lived his dreams. It's the story of a legend. The legend lives in Sports Illustrated. Call now.
So you claim you were getting your oil changed at your GM dealership. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And how long did this take?
An hour, hour and a half.
Really? And isn't it true that the GM dealership in question is a Mr. Goodwrench Quick Lube Plus dealer? And isn't it also true that they guarantee a complete GM oil change, lube, and 10-point maintenance check in 29 minutes, or the next one is free?
Your GM dealer is serious about putting service back in the service department, so try Mr. Goodwrench Quick Lube Plus for a change.
It's a final. Florida State comes from 15-town to beat Georgia Tech on the road. Their 4th road win in the ACC. No rookie coach has ever done that. Congrats to Pat Kennedy. John and Jimmy, one of the stories of the year in college basketball so far.
Absolutely right, Chris Fowler. That's Pat Kennedy. What a tremendous job in his first year in the ACC.
Just like I taught him. Just like I taught him. And there's a guy, Speedy Morris. You talk about paying your dues, John. I mean, he has coached at every level. High school basketball, 388 wins, right? Terrific there. And then look at that, LaSalle women for 2 years and had a good record. And the only coach, as you see there, to go from the women's team to the men's team at Division I. So he certainly has done it at every level.
Just keeps winning no matter where he is. LaSalle on a 16-3 run right now. Temple's biggest lead was 54-32. Milko Levers goes to the line. That timeout was called before he had a chance to shoot the free throws. Can't rattle that one home. So it stays at 9 for the Temple Owls.
Once again, when you call a timeout, usually you set something specific up. Not that.
Stolen away by Columbus. Stops at the three-point line and lets it fly.
So, what a decision. I mean, you just got a great steal. Maybe a 3-on-1. You know, you got a shot maybe in a 3-on-1 there. And look at this, great steal, great timing, anticipation. Now look at this, you got to wait for your teammates. Well, he took a look. That was the decision. He took a look. He said, yeah, I see him over there. I think I'll jack this one up.
As a result, that's what he's going to do right now, is take a look at the play from the bench. Almost another steal, and it is a steal. Burke comes up with it. Burke's been a real spark plug off the bench. Wooten!
Brunson twice now has really made a tough decision. This press is bothering Temple. They need to just, get somebody in the middle of the press. Advance the ball. 7-point game.
What a quick turnaround.
And LaSalle's going back to zone. Is what they started with.
A little more pressure on the basketball than they had before.
But Temple better not get tentative.
Kilgore backing in.
Oh.
No good. Wooten comes up with a rebound.
I think Mick might have got away with lowering that shoulder again.
Levers swings it way on the other side, then back underneath the Levers. Burke outside. Three-pointer is in. 4-point game.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, we were ready to back the bus up for LaSalle. Say, that's it. Unbelievable. And this press is bothering him.
Strickland is alone underneath and finally converts for the Owls.
And Speedy Morris felt that he wasn't quick enough as a team to press. Of course, the score dictated what they had to do.
21-5 run for Temple. Johnny Connick, who had a tremendous first half, been sitting on the bench. Ahead to Brunson. He leans in and gets it to drop. Johnny Connick, though, is ready to come back into this game. What a spark plug he was in the first half. Woods jacks it up. Burke chases it down. Finds Hurd, who has an open lane to the basket, high off the glass. Levers on the follow. Karstarpin, short. Hurd went up for it, and he is fouled by Kilgore.
You know, you hear and talk so much about basketball being a game of runs, but this has been ridiculous. You know, it's not that. We tend to mean quick 8-2 runs, 10-2, that kind of thing. But we're looking at, you know, 20-point runs.
It's been an amazing game. As you look at some other scores from the NBA, earlier from college.
Unfortunately, someone here at the table knocked over a Diet Pepsi, which is now on the court, John.
You don't know who did that?
No, I don't. But it's either you or me, I think.
Whoever it is, get him out of this building.
The ref got it and threw the water, the Coke, on the radio team here at Temple. I did it. It's my fault.
Johnny Connick is back into the game. He had the 15 points in the first half. McKee lets it fly, no good. Another rebound ripped out of the hands of Connick by Milko Levers.
Great rebound. Strong hands by Milko. I say Milko because I don't think I can say Levers.
What a game all of a sudden. 6 points. Ron Holland off the glass.
Beautiful set play call from the bench.
Connick thought about that three that was going for him in the first half. There from the baseline, no good. Levers again.
And LaSalle does a great job in its half-court offense here against man. Another set play.
Holland swings it to Burke. Levers outside the three-point line. He won't take that shot. Bird finds his way open and hits the jumper. 2-point game.
Temple did it with defense, and now the defense is more passive for Temple. You know, and LaSalle now is coming after him and really pressuring and putting pressure on the ball. They're doing it with man-to-man.
Defense both times has started the runs. Connick, jumper won't fall this time. And at the other end, Burke off and running. Oh, misses the layup. Gets it back, though. Woods then dumps it off. Levers hits the shot and is fouled.
What a terrific pass by Woods. It's a tie ball game with 6 minutes to play. Look at this great crossover dribble, and it didn't leave his feet. Oh, and a nice step by Levers to get to the glass there. Terrific pass, and he makes this nice step.
May have been a phantom foul there, unless he got him on the top of the head.
He has 1 shot.
Just the same, Levers now goes to the line. The 22-point deficit has been totally erased, and he can give them the lead. Stays tied. The crowd of McGonigal is trying to get their charges going once again. Burke has done a great job off the bench for the South.
And Burke, he's such mismatched right here in size.
Kilgore again backs in on Levers, then dumps it out for McKee. Karstafen is open for 3. That is short. At the, Woods trying to find Hurt at the other end, just a little bit off his mark. We're tied at 61.
Feel like you've missed all the excitement? Yeah? Well, don't feel left out. Get Cinemax in February. With over 160 movies, you'll be in on all the action, drama, and comedy you can handle. And more. So call now and see it all happen on Cinemax. If you like movies.
Is that all?
Age
HBO is simply the best entertainment on television. Got it? Now get it instantly by making this phone call. Here's how it works. Grab the phone, dial this number, and ask for your instant connection to HBO. It's that simple to get simply the best. So if you've got one of these, you can get all this in seconds. It's instant HBO. You just add the phone call. Got it? Yes!
Ku, ancient Hawaiian god of power, of victory, of war. Ku's spirit dominates a fierce clash in Hawaii among the NFL's mightiest warriors. The fastest, the strongest, and the toughest. A rendezvous with Ku. The NFL Pro Bowl, Sunday night, February 2nd, live on ESPN.
Oregon State playing inspired basketball tonight. Their first game since the death of Ernest Killam, their sophomore who died of that rare blood vessel disease. They are blowing out Washington 32-10. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Back to John and Jim in Philly.
All right, Chris, thank you very much, and welcome back to McGonigal Hall, where Jim Valvano, we have seen
If I didn't
an
see
amazing
it,
game.
I wouldn't believe it, John. I'll tell you, because it was, first all LaSalle. There it was. LaSalle had a third, but it was early, 13-point lead. But Temple had a 22-point lead in the second half. All right, and that was wiped out with a 29-7 run by LaSalle, which took 9 minutes. And now it's tied. And I say a lot that whoever wins the last 5 minutes, sometimes you win the game. That's true, certainly.
Well, especially when you're tied.
Well, this game, I know. This game for sure. And they've gone back to their 3 out, 2 in, a little high-low. This is designed to get it inside. And if not, kick it outside and hit the 3. You're going to get one of those two things. Well, if the clock runs, there it is, the inside. And there's the shot.
Strickland turns around. He's short. Temple has gone ice cold. And LaSalle has a chance to take the lead.
1-4. Like to run screens. There's the screen for Woods. He got it. He's tough in there. He's tough in there. Oh, he missed the shot.
But Bird chases down the rebound. His won't go. Levers comes up with it, and LaSalle. Burke into the lane, hangs and hits it. LaSalle has taken the lead, their first since it was 22-19 in the first half.
Paul Burke, a freshman from Chestnut Hill Academy, is going nuts. Defensively, offensively. He's guarding McKee and doing a job there, too.
It has been a story of bench players, because in the first half it was Johnny Connick for Temple, and it's been Burke in the second half for LaSalle.
See, there's the mismatch. See, that's the mismatch. We mentioned it's just Burke can't guard McKee down there. He's got to keep him in front of him and then double down. And let Temple take the outside shot, because they're not hitting it.
McKee with 21 points now. Bird quickly squares and hits a three-pointer.
Nice screen. He comes off the screen well. Really trying to isolate Burke defensively.
McKee finds his way free of Burke and again converts on the mismatch.
I said, John, what he has to do, Burke, is stay behind McKee and let him catch it. Because when he tries that front, he can't do it. And then double down, because Temple has not hit the outside shot.
Randy Woods just shacks it up and knocks it down.
You know he believes it. You know he believes it's going in when it leaves his fingers when he wakes up in the morning. He feels like shooting.
Woods with 20.
Again, see, here's what Burke's making a mistake. Just stay behind him. That's better. Now help him. You got to help him. Help baseline. There it is.
The help.
There it is. That's the way to do it. Nice job, LaSalle.
Oh, Holland pulled it right into the hand, and then Strickland knocks it down. Holland had the ball and gave it right to one of the Owls.
Wow. Still, that was a good defensive series for LaSalle. That was the proper way to handle that. mismatch down low. Hurd and Woods. Watch him. Hurd and Woods. Look at the screen. There's the screen.
Woods, nice move, but it's knocked away by Strickland. Liebert's diving all over the floor, almost comes up with it. Karstafen, under 2 minutes to play, and a 2-point lead for the Explorers. Jones can't find the handle, and Holland has it.
Got the numbers. Beautiful pass. Oh, no. Excellent. Woods. He looked to the left. He didn't leave his feet. Excellent pass.
Milko Lievers converts it to put it back up to a 4-point lead, and Temple wants a timeout. We've got 1:35 to go, and what a game it has been from here in McGonigal.
Gillette presents Sensor, the system, the technology that will change the way you shave forever. Sensor, twin blades set on springs to read your face and respond. Independent suspension to sense and adjust to every curve of your face. No other razor comes close. Gillette Sensor, for the best shave a man can get.
If you're into looking good, get into Bud Light. The clean, fresh taste won't fill you up, never let you down.
You can taste it, feel it, know you got it right. 'Cause everything else is just a light. Everything else is just a light. Everything else is just a light. Everything else.
The 16th Olympic Winter Games have arrived, and in honor of them, the Kodak Commemorative Olympic Watch. Get yours with proofs of purchase from these Kodak products plus $350, which includes shipping and handling. Capture the spirit of the Olympic Games.
What a terrific play Woods makes here. Randy Woods, right, he takes a look behind him, right? He takes a look right there, make sure no one's coming. And then he delivers the ball at the perfect time. He looks the defender off. Absolutely great play. Woods, who has 20 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, a technical foul, 3 harsh looks at the official. I mean,
he's got all
he puts in a full night's work.
There's a look at the storyline. LaSalle, 15 of their last 22 from the floor they have made. You see Woods, as Jim just said, 20 points and 7 assists. Temple, 6 of 27 from beyond.
And now we see, John, what each coach decided. There was a change of defense, you see. LaSalle went to his zone, which offsets whatever Temple decided to do against man-to-man. Although I'm sure John Cheney discussed, if they do change defense, what are we going to do? And that's what you see here. I think it's a good idea to change, too, to make him have to take the outside shot. Really good, a good decision, I think.
Jones from the corner cannot get it to fall. We're approaching 1 minute left in the game. Temple is down 4. Oh, nice move by Woods. He faked Karstafen, had him going one way, and was flying to the goal.
Again, really, you might think at that point they might hold the ball, LaSalle, and instead, I think Woods changed up and went right to the basket.
Kilgore is the man with the foul. We've got just 58 seconds left now. What are you thinking if you're John Cheney?
I think I'm in trouble right now. I think I'm in serious trouble. I think you're going to see zone, right? So you're going to have to look at inside, outside.
Woods misses the free throw.
I still understand why people take everybody off the line. I'll be honest with you. I just don't, at this point, they're not really getting a fast break on you.
Yep.
You might get a loose ball.
Now you allow them to bring it up. Setting up his defense is what Speedy Morris wants.
And he wants against the zone them to take time, which they are taking.
Karstafen from well beyond the stripe, no good. Hurd has the rebound.
It's going to be free throw shooting now for LaSalle.
They have to foul Burke.
Double fouls on number 21, Eddie Jones. That is his 5th personal foul.
Eddie Jones fouls out of the game.
Double fouls on Temple's number 21, Eddie Jones.
And Speedy Morris calls a timeout with 37 seconds left.
Timeout.
72-67. LaSalle has come all the way back to catch that man.
Have you ever had an instant party? It's easy and you don't need balloons. Just stop by Subway and order a sack of different subs. Take them home and slice them up and serve them family style. It's more fun because everyone gets a taste of everything. So if you need to feed 100 people on short notice, if unexpected guests drop by unexpectedly, or you just don't feel like cooking dinner tonight, pick up a sack of subs at Subway. We specialize in solving emergencies with food.
For more information on these and other fine sandwiches, visit the Subway near you.
State Farm sells life insurance. And when we start you out with a life insurance plan, our job is just beginning. You see, we're there after you buy the policy, keeping in touch as your life changes, listening, explaining, answering your questions, helping you keep your life insurance plan up to date as your needs change. State Farm agents are there to start you right, and we're there to keep things right for the people you love.
State Farm sells life insurance.
72-67, LaSalle with the lead, 37 seconds to go. A reminder, following the game, stick around for SportsCenter with Bob Lee and Tom Mees. All the scores and the highlights and reports, I'm sure, from Minneapolis, site of this year's Super Bowl. Going to the line will be Burke, just a 60% free throw shooter, Jim.
Well, I'll tell you, they'd like to have this guy there. This is my interesting brochure fact. Right there he is, the Wrath. 76% leading the squad. And if he was up there right now, this game would be in the bank.
If he was up there right now or in 1960?
And look at him right there. He's right between, in the all-time roster, Bob Patak and Joseph Remsinski. And there he is, Billy Rafter. We get him every week. We go after the governor. It's because we love him.
Absolutely. Burke goes to the line to try and put the nails in the coffin. With a 5-point lead right now. Oh, he rattles it in.
What a wonderful game the freshman has had. I mean, he really came in and defensively, and he had a guard McKee down low. He's made good decisions, and now he makes both his free throws.
Clutch job. Swinging it around, Kilgore loses the handle. Then looks for help and right into the hands of Levers. Woods wants it at the other end, dishes it off to Milko Levers.
What a nice pass.
McKee for three, well short. Holland goes after the rebound.
They did it. The Explorers.
What a comeback.
Magnificent. There's no mystique to playing on the road this year.
Holland is free, stripped of the ball. LaSalle basketball. Just 10 seconds to go now, and the lead is 9. Tipped away by Strickland.
Just a great win. You can't say enough for Speedy Morris and his kids for hanging in there down 22 on the road, John. Great comeback, great win.
Levers puts the icing on the cake. Of course, the reason you hear some noise from the crowd is because a lot of LaSalle fans in here as well. An unbelievable comeback from down 22 points in the second half. Once again, the final score, LaSalle 78, Temple 67. For Jim Valvano and our entire ESPN crew, I'm John Saunders. Thanks for watching. We are done from Philadelphia. SportsCenter is coming up next. Stick around for all the day's scores and highlights. Good night, everyone.
ESPN's NCAA basketball is brought to you by Kodak Gold Film. Show your true colors. And by Bud Light. Everything else is just a light.